I imagine you love weather like this. You love running the ball weather like this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm especially going to the University of Wisconsin. Nobody said it was easy, but you love these kind of games. This is Carson was just talking about it actually before the game. It kind of reminds you of back in the day when you're young and you're just out playing football with your friends on the local field. It just brings you back to your childhood days.
What went through your mind after the fumble, first offensive snap of the game, and you haven't had many of those?
Yeah, that's the thing. First snap, we knew we were gonna have adversity, and you don't know what way or shape or form is gonna come in, or if it's gonna be you facing the adversity specifically or not. I know we all carry everything as a team, but then it just falls on you. How can I handle this adversity? Because my team is gonna look at me and say, is he in a shell now? Is he in his own head, or is he going to be able to bounce back and be able to continue to play the rest, basically the whole game? I mean, it was the first snap, so that was just my mindset on making sure that I'm not in some kind of trance and that I can still focus for my team.
Jonathan, how have you learned to kind of balance when to be patient and when to be determined and hit the hole, whatever it is? Because you're letting some blocks set up, you're letting the defender maybe tell you which way to go. I mean, how do you balance that?
Definitely down and distance is number one. I mean, especially if it's 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, you got to go get it. You just got to stick your nose in there. But it's depending on the kind of scheme you have. If you got to let that block develop, or if the backers are running, just sell a little more, press it a little more to the front side, and then being able to take it backside. So besides down and distance, you really got to fill out and dictate the game. How the backers are playing, how the front four are playing as well.
And then trust is a part of that too, isn't it? Because if you're waiting for a block to get set up, you have to trust that it can happen.
And it's definitely trust, especially when you see a backer coming down, and any second now he's going to come off on that block. He's going to come off any second, and it's just being able to hold it either front side, back side, wherever it is, just a tad longer because and you trust he's going to come off on that block.
You came in here in the league with Pittman. You guys were both second-round picks. You're both kind of breaking out the same year. What's it like to watch 11 do what he's doing? Because you said it in camp. I mean, you said there's something different than him this year.
It's strange. Just it seems like Pitt is he just goes into a kind of a beast mode kind of deal. Like when the ball's in his hands, he's like, no one is stopping me. And if the ball's in the air, he's like, this ball is mine, or it's a PI. This is my ball. And Pitt is just. I told him before the game. I broke everyone down, and I said, primetime players make primetime plays, and Pitt was a primetime player tonight.
When you sit here after the year of the games, you can't pay attention when he goes up the way he does and just makes it. But when you see it, when you watch it on the replay or you got the breaking down video, the offensive unit, what's it like seeing a guy go up and essentially just say, little man, sit down and smell that?
It's just a feeling of excitement. I mean, all you could do is yell and scream with him. And when you're watching the film, I mean, he just does everything perfect. I mean, he times the jump perfect. He has the perfect hands, strength, strong hands all the way through the catch. I mean, when he makes a play, he just does everything perfect on that play.
Have you ever paused and watched during the game, like whether it was today or the Baltimore game, and you're like, I can't believe he just did that?
So I saw him on today. The play that he scored on, I wasn't in for that play. And I get to see what all you guys see, and I'm like, man, like he's different. He's special.
This is a big one for Buckner. You're the last one off the field with him. What did you tell him?
I just told him, I said, I knew this was personal for you, and I said I'm glad that we were able to pull it out even in these conditions. And he said, listen, JT. As long as we got the win, and I'm so happy to just be here with you guys. And I wasn't really expecting to be, the last one on the field with Buckner. But you kind of get those little special moments, and you lock them away in your memory.
You've had a lot of big plays in recent games, breakaway plays, but this seemed like a different kind of game where the yards are harder to come by. You got to win like some tougher runs. Being able to do both of those, just how important is that to just being a complete back?
like you said, is being a complete back. I mean, every running back wants to have those big explosive plays, especially a game like this. I mean, you kind of have to make sure your feet are underneath you. You know, you're playing on turf. You may be able to make a cut slightly outside your frame, but a game like this, you got to make sure everything is underneath you. You got to stay patient, run in between the tackles, and if you get that opportunity to get one of those big plays, then take it. But you definitely got to make sure your fundamentals are sound on a game like this.